Terranog today from Grand Gamers Guild. There is your design team. This game is 14 and up, 1 to 5 players, 30 to 45 minutes. There's the components. Let's get them laid out for you. Alright, so let's take a look at the rule book. There you go, you got your setup. Shows an example for a 3-player setup, all of your components. Here's the how to play. There's more of the how to play continued with the cleanup. Encounter cards, card effects and timing. The game end, how you're going to score, a scoring example. And then the solo rules, Baylor's Gaze. How to play through that. And then on the back you have the card reference and pronunciation. There is all of that. So let's go into the components. So you have these colored discs. That is because cards can change color. So you'll put these on to denote its new color. You have double-sided wood value discs because again the card's value can be changing. So you have a bunch of variety of numbers on the different sides. A big thick first player marker. These are your storyteller pieces. These you'll be putting out on the grid, which I'll explain in the how to play after this. This is the regions of Terranog. You have 1 to 3 players, 4 to 5. This is an effect for everyone. You're basically going to be scoring your largest regions of each 4 colors. Then you have your normal scoring cards, and one in each color. So let's go through these. So you'll see the top row, middle row, bottom row, and these are the ones you'll use first. And then if you flip them over, they do have a story on them. So these show a couple different things, how to score with some examples, and then written out. And then the solo scores, when you play the solo game, you're going to add up the solo score on the 3 that you choose. 1 for the top, 1 for the middle, 1 for the bottom. Sometimes they will have restrictions on how you can place in that row. So for instance, this one says each card played here must match the color or value of the card to its left. So different ones for top and middle and bottom. Bottom. You get a score pad and a big deck of cards. I'll lay those out here in a minute. And then this is the other part of the solo card. This tells you what cards it's going to put its storyteller between and which one it's going to take. It goes between the lowest and the highest. Alright, so let's get these cards laid out. Alright, so now we have the cards lined up. So what's really cool first is you'll see all the basic cards form this cool picture. And most of the edges do match up anyways. So like if I took number 4 and put it up next to number 7, it still makes a picture. You then have different cards that have the different abilities. On here it tells you when they're used and if it's ongoing. So this is the ones where you could possibly change the color. Like this is change the color of all cards to blue, so that's when you use those discs. This one is a promo card. The final one in each row of special abilities will be a promo card. I'll make sure to let you know that again. So again, here's your yellow ones with your special abilities. And we're getting to that promo one right there. And then here's your yellow picture. I will also say there are 2 copies of the basic numbers. Here's your red. Going across. And then there's your red promo card. And here is your red special ability cards. And then let's get into your green. The icons up here are for a subplots mini expansion. And then again, promo card. And all of the green cards. So as you see, quite a lot of different cards. But let's get into how the game plays now. I have this pseudo set up for a 2-player game. Obviously, normally the grid of cards would be in the middle, and you have your opponent sitting across from you or next to you, however you want to lay out your table. The difference when you have more players is the grid is bigger. In a 3-player game, this is filled in, and you have another row, and then you just add more rows as you add more players. The turns are simple. At the beginning, each person is going to take one of their storytellers. I'm going to be playing purple for this example, and they're going to put it between 2 cards. So we'll say they go there. I'll put mine there. They'll go here. Let me put mine up here, and they'll put theirs right there. And let's go ahead and go there. There we go. So that is simple. After everyone's placed it out, you now go in reverse order. So seeing as I play second, I will pick a card first. I should also say normally you do have 5 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you're going to be able to choose from. You're going to take a card and then place it in one of your 3 sagas down here. Let's go ahead and grab this card. You take it, you bring your person back, you then play that card or one from your hands. I'm going to play this one. We'll go right up there. There we go. They would then take a card, so let's say they just take this one. They'll put that in their area. My turn. So I then look at mine, and we'll go ahead and take this one here. And this one says, when played, change the color of all cards next to Puka Dolmen to yellow. So you'd grab a yellow disc, you'd throw it on here, and that is now yellow. They would take another card, and then I would go, we're going to grab the brewery. So then again, you would just play a card down. I'm just going to randomly throw a card down. And that is it. Then you're going to discard a card from your hand. You're going to discard any cards left there. You're going to reset up. You're going to play over 5 rounds, and then you're going to score for a few different things. Before I get into scoring, I just want to get into a couple of different things. So you'll notice this card has an ongoing ability. You add 1 to it for each other card in your saga that is 6 or higher. So if I put this down right now, I would grab a number 4 disc. You'd look through all your wooden discs and you'll find a 4. There we go. And we'll put a 4. Say on a future turn I put this 7 down. This 4 now switches to a 5. It just keeps changing as you're putting out cards. Whereas when you played this card with the yellow, it's when played. So that's only when it actually goes out. One other ability is there are certain cards that let you swap or move. If you swap or move a card, you do not trigger its when played ability. So if in a later turn I move this down here, these cards would stay blue and not turn yellow because I did not play it, I just simply moved it. Alright, so now when you go into final scoring, you're going to first score your different rows. In this instance, the Wanderings want you to have each card that has no other card of that value in its row or column. So right now you'll see this is the only 5. There's technically no 5s here. So this would score 5 points because it's based on its value. This wants cards that are, score each card here that is lower than the card to its left. So right now this 5 is lower than the 6, so I'd be getting 5 points for that card. This one sets to the same value, so right now I wouldn't be getting any points there. After you score your levels, you're going to grab this Regions of Tirn and Og and set the player count 1 to 3, 4 to 5, and you're going to be counting up your largest region, which is orthogonally connected colors. You want the largest group, the largest region gets 8, the second largest gets 3, and you need to have at least 2 cards. So I probably would have left that up here. I'd have a region of 2 yellow at that point. High score wins.